it is rather unfortunate that all the 368 opposition parties in Cameroon, none is having a vision. No one political party in Cameroon is having a vision, a documented vision. For all these years, since Cameroon returned to multi-party system, there has never been a political party that presented a documented a vision to the people of Cameroon, or a documented proposal to the problems plaguing the country Cameroon. It is rather unfortunate. But every year, they are fighting to take over power. Every day. And that is why I am on the opinion that the 2025 presidential election, Cameroonians should select somebody amongst them with a vision or with a proposal to the problem, documented proposal to the problem plaguing Cameroon to run for the upcoming presidential election, even if the person is not having a political party. It is possible that a person can run as an independent candidate because they have never been one. Niger Front has been, or the Social Democratic Front have been for all this year. We have never seen them giving a documented or presenting a documented proposal to the people of Cameroon toward the problems plaguing the nation. Now, the main opposition parties in Cameroon is a CMN of Maurice Kanto. Up to this point, they don't even have any vision. If you ask them, if you put them on a debate and ask them how are you going to tackle the Anglophone crisis, all they will tell you is that they will call for negotiation. And then, without any documented proposal, what will be the discussion on the table? What are the things? Because if you are going in as the leader of Cameroon, you would not be happy to see Cameroon divided. How are you going to handle these people? If they were having any proposal or anything on the table, they could have already been talking with the Ambazonia already. So that when they will take over power, they will just continue with their talking. But rather, they are struggling by all possible means not to show themselves or to have any link with the Ambazonia, because they are afraid of the government in place. And that is the Cameroon we are talking about. We look about the issue of poverty in the Cameroon. If you ask them, the only thing they will tell you is that we will create a job. We will reduce tax, just the way William Ruto was talking when he was campaigning for presidency in Kenya. Not knowing that when you will come there and face the reality, it will be different. They have not, and they have not presented anything to the people of Cameroon. And that is the main reason I am campaigning and praying every blessed day that Cameroonians will come to their senses before 2025 and to stand behind the person who will present something, documented proposal to problem plaguing Cameroon. A vision. I have sent a video on my YouTube channel already calling on all Cameroonians that you have to stop voting people because they are the most educated people. You have to stop voting people into office because they are the most popular people or influential people. You have to stop voting people into office because they have experience. You have to stop voting people into office because of their financial status. That is what we have been doing all this year. If you look from the council right up to the presidency, there are all influential people in our locality. As if wisdom has been given only when, or wisdom is only on the rich or the educated one. There is a great difference between educated person and a person with wisdom. There is a great difference. If you are educated, you have PhD, and you do not have wisdom, that PhD is useless. And that is exactly what is happening in Cameroon. Maurice Kanto is one of the most popular opposition leaders in Cameroon. But he does not have wisdom. Oshi Joshua does not have wisdom. When you look through all, when we talk about who is putting the knowledge he is having into practice in Cameroon, implementing it for the benefit of the people of Cameroon, there is no one. Before 2018 presidential election, Maurice Kamto asked all his militants not to run for the parliamentary and the council election because the electoral code is corrupt. And then when presidential election came, he went in for with the same electoral code without anything. That is selfishness. He does not want anybody within his party to gain any position. After that, he still denied all his militants not to run for the senatorial election. And none of them is a senator, or none of his militants is a parliamentarian. That is selfishness. And now he is about to run. He is already a candidate for the 2025 presidential election with the same electoral code that he said that if they don't change it, he will not. If they don't solve the Anglophone crisis, the militant will not run for any election. But now the Anglophone crisis is still ongoing. The electoral code has not been changed. These are the people we are having as leaders. So I am calling on all Cameroonians. If you make the mistake again in 2025, you are going to suffer again in the hands of another person. And that person who will come in will not spend but 7 years, as our constitution mentioned, but it will still take over power the way President Paul Biya did. And maybe he will spend 40, 30, 20, or whatsoever he or she wish to. So be wise. If a farmer come up with a vision, put that farmer at the presidency. That is what is happening in Burkina Faso. And as we are crying, whatsoever, he came in with a vision. And then he reduced the expenditure of the government in order to improve agriculture. But William Ruto, the most educated, came in with his education and decided to increase the government expenditure, spending money uselessly, misusing money, and then turn to increase tax on the people. And that is the great difference between wisdom and knowledge.